Let's look at the structure of the cell membranes. These are one of the essential building blocks of all cells, forming the walls of all the structures and substructures within them. To fulfill its function, it needs to act to control the movement of substances between the outside of the cells and the inside, to allow control of the internal environment. To achieve this, there exists a structure called the phospholipid bilayer. This is made of a large number of phospholipid molecules, which have chemical properties suited to this goal. There is a head end, made of phosphate and glycerol, which is water soluble. And there is a legs end, made of fatty acid chains, which, unsurprisingly, are fat soluble. The like-for-like attraction of the lipid and water soluble sections results in the molecules lining up alongside each other. As the chemical environment of the body is aqueous, that is water-based, the fat-soluble ends match up with other lipid ends in the middle, whilst the water-soluble ends gravitate towards the outside. This is the most stable organisation that the molecules can exist in, as it favours the solubility profile of both parts of the molecule. The result is the bilayer, the lipid portions in the centre and the water-soluble head ends on the outside. As well as being biochemically stable, this structure gives a desirable function of the membrane. If we consider the cell to be a bit like a city, which I think is a useful analogy, this is the equivalent of the city wall. The lipid centre stops the passage of water-soluble molecules passing through it, whilst fat-soluble molecules such as oxygen and carbon dioxide are able to pass through it fine. To allow the passage of other essential molecules, the membrane is filled with a large number of proteins. Indeed, these actually comprise the majority of the cell membrane. The proteins serve a number of functions: channels for ions and molecules, enzymes for chemical reactions, and receptors. This organisation provides a huge amount of control over the internal environment of the cell, as well as allowing interaction with the external environment.